Hi, I'm Nasadia.
And I'm Ken.
Ask a teacher what they struggled with most as a beginner, and the answer you get will probably be classroom management. This is a huge component to education, and putting to practice conflict management strategies is important to becoming an effective educator. This speech will define conflict and its principles, describe how conflict management relates to the field of education in terms of both students and administrators, and will offer various approaches and solutions for teachers to utilize to improve their current conflict management strategies. To begin, let's define conflict and establish how that can relate to education. Author of Interpersonal Messages, Joseph DeVito, defines interpersonal conflict as disagreement between or among individuals who perceive their goals as incompatible. We can apply this to education as teachers are the leaders in the classroom and have control over students, but we must also keep in mind that teachers encounter a multitude of other individuals, including their colleagues, administration, and parents. To further deepen this idea of conflict management in schools, there are principles that are important we understand, outlined by the Ohio Commission on Dispute Resolution and Conflict Management. The principles are that conflict is completely natural and inevitable, behavior can be changed, both adults and children need to have the skill set necessary to learn conflict management. Conflict management is a major component in prevention programs. And finally, understanding that prevention programs are essential for all schools, no matter the type. To continue, conflict management solutions in terms of administration and colleagues are very interesting. In an interview with middle school band director Jessica Corey, she shares that admin can be very difficult to navigate, especially as a beginning teacher. Determine their personality and come up with a goal or solution prior to meeting with them for what you want to achieve. Always, always, always bring the issue back to how it's necessary for and benefits your students. As for colleagues too, always remove emotions and present data and facts to help you come across as level-headed. Joseph DeVito again elaborates upon the idea of solving conflict professionally in a concept called defining the conflict. It's necessary that the steps are taken to define the content or context of the issue, to define the problem in specific terms, empathize by understanding the other person's perspective, and always avoid assuming how another person may feel to prevent making the problem worse. Now that we've talked about conflict management with admin, it's important that we talk about it with students and incorporating successful approaches to conflict management. Conflict management with students is pretty complex because they are the people a teacher is with the majority of the day. Ms. Corey shares several pieces of advice on how she manages her classroom. She shares that proximity is always an instant solution, stand by kids who can't control their impulses, and offer visual aids to remind a student to stay on task, like sticky notes, looks, or some sort of silent cue. Additionally, she shares that students who seem apathetic or lack motivation are always the most difficult to work with. It's hard to not yell, simply put, but as soon as you get combative, they feel disrespected, and then you don't have the chance to improve. It's all about relationship building and how to get everybody on board, including parents. Furthermore, an effective management strategy called mediation would be very beneficial if implemented in schools. Dr. Nayera Shamil Hamadi, chairwoman of the Research and Educational Planning Organization in Tehran, Iran, tells us that mediation is a positive and clear process where trained individuals help two sides come to an agreement. This strategy acknowledges that conflict is unavoidable and incorporates the following steps: to anticipate, to prevent, to identify, to manage, and then finally to resolve. Always work to de-escalate a situation as quickly as possible for the safety of everybody. All in all, conflict management is a very complex topic that takes new teachers a while to feel comfortable with. We've defined the term conflict and its principles relating to the field of education and discussed conflict management with administration versus with students. Teachers may struggle with their tone of voice when navigating conflict management, so it's important that they understand the difference between verbal aggressiveness and being argumentative. Always remember to remove emotions, present data and facts to protect yourself, and remember to always put students first. Thank you.